All right, let's settle this. In the world of adventure watches, there are two absolute monsters at the top: the super smart, super sleek Apple Watch Ultra 3 versus, well, the undisputed king of just not dying, the Garmin Fenix 8 Pro. Look, this isn't going to be a typical review. This is a straight up clash of philosophies. Is the best adventure watch a brilliant smartwatch made tough? Or is it a dedicated survival tool that you don't have to treat like a smartphone? Let's find out. So, in my corner, we have the Smart Explorer, the Apple Watch Ultra 3. It's got that smooth, intelligent feel you expect from Apple, but it's finally built to take a serious beating out on the trail. And on the other side, you've got the endurance beast. This thing, the Garmin Fenix 8 Pro, it's not a smartwatch that learned how to hike. No, it was born in the wild. It is a survival tool, first and foremost. You can just feel that the way they're designed comes from two completely different worlds. And this quote from author just hits the nail on the head. We're not talking about which one looks better when you're grabbing coffee. We're talking about your next adventure. When things get real, which one do you actually trust? All right, let's do this. Round one. Okay, first up, let's talk about the day-to-day experience. You know, the watch you actually have to live with. We're calling it the vibe. Is it a smartwatch or, let's be honest, kind of clunky? I wouldn't call it clunky. I'd call it purpose-built. Let's see how your fancy, fluid interface holds up against a tool that's designed to just work. See? Point one for the Smart Explorer. Come on, the Apple Watch is exactly what you'd hope for. It's buttery smooth, it's fast, it just makes sense. The sources keep pointing this out. The Garmin experience is full of lag, stuttering, dropped frames. You can't have a so-called survival tool that chokes. This is a clear win for Apple. A pretty screen doesn't mean anything if the data's not there. The Fenix is a complete training and analytics machine the second you take it out of the box. I'm talking VO2 max, recovery time, hill scores, everything an athlete needs. With the Apple Watch, you've got to go download like 5 different third-party apps and hope they all work together just to get in the same ballpark. For a serious athlete, my watch is ready to go from minute one. And can we talk about killer features? The Fenix has a built-in LED flashlight. You might think it's a gimmick until you have it. You will use it constantly. It is an actual useful tool. Okay, you know what? I will give you the flashlight. That thing is awesome. But can your watch turn on your lights and unlock your door when you get home from a run? The smart home integration on the Apple Watch is an absolute game changer for daily life. Fine. I guess we can call this one a draw. For now. Okay, daily conveniences are one thing, but let's get down to brass tacks. It's time to talk about the single biggest difference between a toy and a tool. And that, my friend, is the power gap. It's all about the battery. I mean, just look at this chart. The numbers speak for themselves. 3 days on your Apple Watch? That is adorable. The Fenix can go for over 40 days. This isn't just a small gap. This is a canyon. It's the difference between a watch for a weekend hike and a watch for a real expedition. Your watch is tapped out before the adventure even gets good. And this is what it looks like in the real world. During one marathon, the Apple Watch chewed through more than double the battery of the Fenix. It's simple, really. If you have to think about packing a charger for a 3-day trip, what you're holding isn't a serious adventure tool. For me, that's a deal breaker. You know what? All the battery life in the world is totally irrelevant if the one feature that's meant to save your life doesn't work when you need it. So let's talk about the Satellite SOS, because this is where your whole endurance tool argument completely falls apart. And to really get it, you have to understand the technology behind it. Apple's system uses this huge network of low Earth orbit satellites. They're constantly moving all around the globe. Whereas Garmin uses these big, powerful geostationary satellites that are basically parked in a fixed spot way up over the equator. And that one difference creates two totally different experiences when you're actually in trouble. Okay, here's my evidence. To connect the Garmin, the testers called it wrist gymnastics. Seriously. You have to turn your body to face the satellite's fixed position, then you do this weird figure-8 thing with your arm to calibrate, then you have to tilt your wrist just right to line up circles on the screen, and then you have to hold perfectly still. What if you're hurt? What if you're under tree cover? What if a mountain is in the way? With Garmin, if you can't get a clear line of sight to that one satellite, you're just out of luck. Now compare that to Apple's method. You hold up your wrist. That's it. You just hold it up. A satellite will come to you. The entire system is designed to do the work, to find you, not the other way around. Think about it. In a real, high-stress, life-or-death emergency, that simplicity isn't just a nice feature, it's everything. And hey, don't just listen to me. After all their field testing, here's the final word from hikingguy.com. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 has been the clear winner. I haven't gotten it to fail yet. When it counts, simplicity is reliability. And that, right there, is the knockout punch.
So this is it, the final verdict. We've heard all the arguments. Sure, my watch has the battery to last for weeks, and my watch has the proven reliability to actually connect you to help. It really all boils down to just one critical question.
So forget the marketing. Forget the brand loyalty. In that one moment, when it's your only lifeline, what do you want on your wrist? This is the dilemma. Do you choose the watch that you know for a fact is more likely to still have power? Or do you choose the watch that, according to field tests, is more likely to actually get a signal out when you trigger that SOS? It's power versus reliability.
And that really is the bottom line, isn't it? Because if your one and only chance to call for help fails because the system is clumsy or you can't get a clear signal, does 40 days of battery life even matter? It doesn't. The verdict from the field is pretty clear. In an emergency, the ultimate feature isn't just endurance, it's reliability. So the final question for you